Next question is for Brandon. What's up, Brandon? Brandon says, what type of advertising should we start with when selling directly to homeowners? My name is Brandon. I own a small two-man HVAC company. I'm an active member of BNI and rely solely on word-of-mouth referrals for new business. We are grateful for the work received, but also ready to grow this business and take it to the next level. At this point, we could easily handle more work. After 16 months in business, I'll admit every dollar counts. Any feedback or advice on how we should approach advertising is very much appreciated. Thanks. Okay, so I love this. Every dollar counts. That's like, Shawn, I'm on a budget, dude. I don't have $20,000 a month. Read between the lines, baby. All right, Brandon. Okay, so Nick has probably already told you this. Nick is another member of AO who runs an HVAC business, and I've learned from him because I don't know much about the HVAC business, but he'll attest that AO has been helpful in him going from $400,000 or $500,000 in revenue to now 1.5 plus this year. So here's the deal. In any business that I've seen that is a service provider business like yours that sells to homeowners and those types of customers, it's kind of like a rifle shot. You want to throw a little bit of money in a lot of different places and then make sure that you have some sort of system that you're following up on the type of business you're getting from each of those places. So I know a lot of people, when they do advertising, they'll get phone numbers for each ad, not just one phone number, because if people call one phone, then you never know which ad they're responding to, right? So you get different phone numbers for each ad that you do. Now, this was easier back in the day when you could have you could have one phone and have a bunch of phone numbers in it. It's more difficult, today with us all using our mobile phones and to get calls from people. But you can use Google Voice, and there's a lot of other VoIP systems for phone systems that you can get out there. So you want to be able to be sure with advertising to be able to track your spend in order to determine your return on ad spend, which is ROAS. Big number. You want to be able to identify this stuff as best as possible. Now, sometimes with advertising, and I have a really good friend, one of my best friends, he does billboards. He sells billboard space. He's one of the largest independent providers of billboards in the country. And he always says that's the number one thing with people is, well, how do I track how much, I'm getting back on my $50,000 a month investment for one billboard? And he's like, listen, this is brand awareness. You'll see it in an uptick of your sales, but there's no real way to quantify. Now, we can do demographic, but you can go out there and just stand on the street and watch how many cars go by if you want to, and you'll see that people are going to see your billboard. People are going to go to your website. This is part of what's called brand awareness. Part of advertising is not just let me throw up and get $1 for dollar, $2, return for every one. Sometimes you're going to do advertising to create brand awareness so that people just start to see your name everywhere. And then pretty soon, it just like Coca-Cola, it gets kind of ingrained in the brain. And that way, when they think, oh shit, something's wrong with my HVAC system in my house, oh shit, fix it, boys. I remember seeing their ad somewhere, and it magically, emotionally says, oh, let me go Google and find where they are because I need to call them, right? So that's just part of brand awareness. So it's a shotgun approach. You want advertising everywhere, and then track which places are doing better, and then beef up those numbers. That's what Nick has done, and that's what I've seen most companies of your size, that's what they do. Now, another part of your business, because you work so much in your business, you don't get a lot of time to go out there and network in the community. So in the school systems, all of the community centers, this could be online or offline, but getting out there and networking with people in general, volunteering at food banks, churches, your community, that's more brand awareness. And when people think, oh, he's a great guy, oh, I know, someone says, hey, do you know someone that does HVAC? Oh yeah, a guy that I know that volunteers at the food bank here with me, he's got an HVAC system, you need to give him a call. The more you get out there with brand awareness, the better. And that's why it's really important at some point for you to, or someone in your company to get out of the business so that you can go out there and network, because networking can, as you've seen with BNI, is a huge part of brand awareness. All right? Hope that helps. Have a great day. Thanks, Brandon. Peace out, brother.